gang? It's me. It's Coach Tim. It's Monday. It's August the 26th, so August is winding down. But, I don't even know if I needed to make this video today because you knew what was coming for a while. We've been saying it since the cycle release video 7 weeks ago or whatever it was. We got Fran today, which is one of the OG girl benchmark workouts. It's a known workout. We've even done it more recently than we did last week's benchmark, which was Christine. So let's compare today's scores back to November 16th, 2022. So about a year and a half ago. This is the last time that we hit up Fran. We also have cluster singles today. So we're just going to work to a heavy cluster. In life, it's not a benchmark movement, the cluster. It's just something we really wanted to hone in on because it would help, hopefully, to sort of desensitize us to lighter thrusters, which is exactly what we have in today's workout. So what is Fran? Well, first I'll go back to clusters. You've been working on heavy clusters all cycle long. You've had triples, you've had doubles, you've even had, like last week, days where we worked up to heavy singles. So you should come in with a plan of like, I know I've been very close to a certain weight. Maybe today is the day that I hit it. Not necessarily a good time to be like, to just pull a new 1 rep out of your, like that is nowhere near any of the other 1 reps that you've hit this cycle. We like doing it this way, where we've kind of, we hint at 1 rep maxes and then we back off. We hint at 1 rep maxes and then we back off, just so that when it comes to max out week, it's more of a formality than anything. You've already had chances to max out. Whether or not you did is, if it's me, I don't, but I wait till the very last day to actually push it. But for most people, you should have an idea of what you want to hit today. I like it better knowing what I want to hit. That's like reasonable based on where I've been at so far. And then if it goes well, I'll try another one at a heavier weight. That's probably the most reasonable way to do it and rational way to do it. Is everybody reasonable and rational all the time? I'm a coach, so I have to say no. But at our gym, I like to think that the percentage of reasonable, rational lifters at CSC is higher than most places. Fran, what can I tell you about Fran? It is the OG 21-15-9 rep scheme. It's where all other 21-15-9 rep schemes come from, which is nice because it's only a couplet, which means you only have 45 of the 2 movements to do. The 2 movements, of course, are thrusters and pull-ups. And, I mentioned 2 minutes ago that we've tried to desensitize you to large numbers of thrusters this cycle, and I think we've done a pretty good job. By comparison, 45 total thrusters is not a lot compared to some of the workouts we've had you guys doing on Mondays this cycle. With the idea being that we hope, now I don't expect people to be doing full unbroken sets of 21 or 15, though that is an eventual goal. If that's not where you're at right now, that's okay, but we still don't want to be breaking it up into like sets of 3s. We need big sets for the thrusters today. Now, we haven't focused as closely on the pull-ups this cycle, but what we have done is include pull-ups every single week for the last 7 weeks. Including some bonus pull-up days, such as the Dukic workout that we did last weekend, the Saturday workout that we just did this past Saturday. So we're hoping the idea of pull-ups and bigger sets thereof is fresh in everybody's mind. Now, here's how I like to think of Fran. Because you'll do it again and you'll always be doing it again and again and again. And the first time you ever do Fran, it's just about, let's try to get under the cap today and modify in such a way that helps us get under the cap, which is 12 minutes, which is a very reasonable amount of time for Fran. Because it's supposed to be like a sprint. My time is 3:42. And then the next time, and you probably have to, the first time I did Fran was at 75 pounds, which isn't the RX version. And then the next time, you're like, maybe now I've gotten strong enough that I can do it at the RX weight. Are they going to be unbroken? No. Are my pull-ups going to be unbroken? No. As you go, as you do it a few more times over the years, I guess I'll say, then you start chipping away at different milestones. Like, can I do all the thrusters unbroken? Or can I do the thrusters at the RX weight now? Can I do RX pull-ups now? And those maybe happen at different times. And once you're doing the RX pull-ups and the RX thrusters, no matter how much you have to break them up, then the idea becomes bigger and bigger sets along the way some other time that you do Fran. And then the next time you do Fran, you hold on for even bigger sets. And then eventually you're going, okay, maybe this time I can do the thrusters unbroken. I know I won't do the pull-ups unbroken, but the thrusters will be. And that's a milestone. And then the next time you do Fran, it's like, maybe I can do both of them unbroken now. And then eventually it's, I want to do the thrusters unbroken and now the butterfly pull-ups instead of the regular kip and pull-ups. There's always something to aim for with Fran, and that's why people love it so much. Now the other reason they love it is because of that push-pull. Well, I say love it, but I also mean it's like that love-hate thing. They like the way it makes them feel afterwards. We won't even get into Fran cough. Eventually you've done everything you possibly can to go, now I'm going unbroken butterfly pull-ups, now I'm going unbroken thrusters. Now it becomes about cutting out the rest time in between, and that's where I'm at right now. I did not PR my Fran time today. 3:42 is a very good time. It's about 19 seconds less than my best time ever. Everything was unbroken. My pull-ups were butterfly. That means the only way I can get better at Fran is to cut out my transition times and now I just don't think that's where I'm at right now. But the next time we do it, maybe it will be. So I want you guys to think about, where are you on the Fran journey right now, right? It's your first time doing it, great. Then you get expectations are gone. Use a weight and do a modification for the pull-ups that's going to make sure and guarantee that you can finish the workout in under the 12-minute cap. And then next time you improve upon one or both of those things. All right? So there's no, please don't go, I can do 95 or 65. And I'm just going to arbitrarily do that because I can, and then find that you get capped. I really don't want people getting capped today. That'd be ideal. Lastly, last thing I'll say, 10 seconds. It's getting hot again. So, I wish that weren't the case. I wish we were doing this in hoodie weather, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So just maintain your hands. Do the best you can with that. Chalk as needed, but make sure you're wiping down the rig when it's over. Thank you.